want to talk about double standards.
Double standard that there is in Washington.
Russia is responsible for fueling this war.
Assad's war against his own people helped to fuel the rise of ISIL.
By standing up for our values around the world, that is the way that we will keep our own people safe.
How do you get away with such blatant double standards?
We occasionally have to twist the arms of countries that wouldn't do what we need them to do.
There you have it. Simple.
Welcome back. This is RT International. A gas explosion has ripped through an apartment building in the southern Russian city of Volgograd. The blast blew the walls out in an entire block of flats, leaving at least 8 people hospitalized, including 2 children. Over 80 people have been evacuated. 4 residents are reported missing. The explosion also sparked a large fire, which firefighters are currently trying to extinguish. An investigation has been launched to determine the exact cause of the blast. In the U.S., Democratic presidential hopefuls have appeared in their last televised debate of the year. The primaries, which will determine the main nominees for each party, start in February. The head-to-head, though, was unlikely to break any ratings records as Americans rushed to finish their shopping or spend time with family on the last weekend before Christmas. It also clashed with a big Saturday night NFL game. Media critic Lionel believes the debate largely passed the public by, perhaps on purpose.
It was done deliberately to hide Hillary Clinton, to push her off, to come up with the worst possible schedule so that nobody would see this, so that everybody will be talking about Donald Trump and letting the Republicans thrash at each other. And tonight, on a Saturday night, a week before Christmas, nobody's watching this. Hillary Clinton won because nobody laid a hand on Hillary Clinton. So what we heard tonight was a little bit about refugees, a lot about guns, and this ethereal talk about ISIS in general. Tonight was a snooze fest. Nothing changed. It was a wash.
Democrat candidates Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton argued at length about a number of issues, among them the Syrian crisis.
The reason we are in the mess we're in, that ISIS has the territory it has, is because of Assad.
Secretary Clinton is too much into regime change.
As a former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton is no stranger to foreign interventions. She played an active role in the U.S. military campaign in Libya back in 2011.
We will support a process of democratizing that respects the rule of law. He came, we saw, he died. The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
However, Clinton has outlined strong ambitions for her presidency if voted into the White House. Fellow Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders didn't share her vision.
If the United States does not lead, there is not another leader. There is a vacuum, and we have to lead.
The United States is not the policeman of the world.
So who is Bernie Sanders? He might not be as famous as his political rival, but he has certainly attracted a large number of supporters.
I do not support the United States getting involved in unilateral action. When we stand united, we can create a new America.
He has independence. It's not enough independence because he's not independently wealthy, but he's independent up here. And they don't like candidates who think for themselves. They want the candidates to think like the interest groups think, the private ones and the government ones. So the media is not going to tell the people, hey, look, this Bernie Sanders, he's offering us choice. Let's think 3 times before we go to war. The powerful interest groups do not want the American people to hear that, so they just don't cover very much of what he says.